Sadaf is my 50th PMP of 2026, and here is our success journey.
Okay.
Sadaf, working mom, just cleared PMP. She cleared PMP in less than a month. She joined batch 12, which ended at the end of December. And there is a very interesting thing that nobody knows. Sadaf never joined the live classes. Now, why she did not join the live classes? That's an interesting thing. She said to me on the first day, Amir, I may not be able to join Friday, Saturday, Sundays, especially Saturday, Sundays, because I will be with my family. I said, okay. Then she said to me, I cannot join the first 3 days of class where I cover 80% of the real content. I said, why? I will be traveling from Saudi and doing things like that. I said, okay. She said, how I will cover? I said, that's my problem. We will make sure you go through the content slowly, slowly, and you get it done. She trusted me. She came to the program. No live classes, like very less live classes. She came, she went back, but finally today she is sitting here as a certified PMP, as a mom, as a certified PMP, moving from Saudi Arabia to Pakistan, doing so many things. So Sadaf, first of all, congratulations. I congratulate to your coaches, Shamim and Sudha, right, who made sure you crossed the line. This is your journey. Share in a way that you want.
Thank you. Thank you, Amir Saab. And yes, it was very challenging. And I couldn't have done this. This is the first thing I want to say. I couldn't have done this without you guys. This was my desire to become a PMP. And I just, it happened to be so that one of my contact on the LinkedIn, I saw his picture with a PMP that he did it in 2 months. And I saw your name. And I asked then Azib Siddiqui, he is one of your students. I asked him, I texted him that, how did you do that? He gave me your contact number. I sent you a message. You responded very promptly. And you said that Sadaf, you can do PMP in 15 days. And I just got hooked to that thing, 15 days. Because I wanted to do it quickly. Why? Because you said in your intro, that I could not attend the classes on weekends, yes, due to the family obligations. My last year had been a very roller coaster kind of a journey because of my job. I was transitioning from Pakistan to Saudi, and then back from Saudi to Pakistan. So I was traveling, but I knew that I want to do this to go to the next step in my career. So I just started that thing, knowing that the moment I booked this course, I just said yes, became your student. Just after 2 3 days, I was going to Saudi for that transition. The final exit. My role has ended there. I had to go with my kid, and I knew that it would be very challenging. So I was not able to do as much as I could. But then I came back to Pakistan. I missed the earlier 3 classes. I thought I could take a few one, but I couldn't manage. And then I again called. I was feeling bad that I told Amir in the beginning that I won't be able to do Saturday, Sunday. And then I realized, no, I can't do it on Fridays also. And I was very guilty. And then I called Amir and he said that it's okay, you can still do it. We'll support you. And that was the key, that was the key, that I was still able to do that because with the support of the whole team, especially Amir Saab. Like, I was accommodated with all my challenges, the family challenges. So I remember that I have only attended 1 hour of the class, only 1 hour on one class. And then I just then saw all the recorded lectures next day when my kid was having his school. I used to study at that point with all the focus because I know that was the time only for me. So I was able to do that with all this support. There was a rigorous follow-up from Sudha, from Shamim especially. Thank you very much. I was posting questions. I was doing things, doing RCA, posting questions. I was getting the response very promptly. Thank you very much, Shamim. And Sudha also, whenever I sent anything to Sudha, it was not as much coordination with Sudha as much with Shamim, but I got responses then and there. So that was amazing. That was, I didn't find any space where I felt that I needed some answer, and you guys were not there. You guys were there. It was wonderful setup. So that was the journey. Thank you very much. And should I move on to the
Your thing.
exam part
This
now?
is your thing. Whatever you want to share, Sadaf, this is your journey. This is your time to rise. So whatever you want to share, you can share that. But I want to put it a little bit more emphasis here, especially because I just called Mariam specifically in the morning, and yesterday we had discussion, and then also Hira. Like four moms were in the session, then Mala and Machak and one more mom were there, and all moms they have this thing that how I manage. And I always say that working mom is my specialty. I love to do that. Why I always say that? They don't have time to waste. They don't have time to waste.
Yeah.
Just like you, like while you were studying, you do not have a time to spare. Why? When you wake up till you sleep, the thing is moving. You need to do food for your son, things. Like all moms have the different schedule, but there's a schedule, right? So I just want to add one more thing. You're among the first few students of batch 12 who cleared. In the last batch also, the first two people, Andani, she cleared in 2 weeks. I gave you the example when you joined. And Veena, who cleared in like both moms, and that is why I love working with that, and I'm sure Mariam and Hira will be clearing soon. Yes, let's go to the exam. How was your exam?
Yeah, the exam was honestly, I heard from you guys that first 20 question or 60 questions would be very difficult. It wasn't so, in that I didn't find that to be very difficult. In fact, and then I realized once I had done the whole three parts, that yes, in first part there were a few numericals, I would say, like burn up chart and a few velocity calculations for the sprint. So it was comparatively uh, difficult than the other ones, but because of the practice, I feel the practice you guys had made me do, things felt easy because I thought that I was already in a mindset of PMP. So I think that's why things became easier. And that was, as you guys always emphasized on RCA. So I would just like to give an example. For ladies, I would give example of the nail polish coats, right? If you do one coat, it wears off very quickly. If you do two coats, it's it stays on. So RCA is like double coating. You do those MCQs once, and then you go do RCA, it just stays there then,
Hmm.
like a wall paint. You do two coats, three coats, so it just stays on. So just like that. So I think the RCA helped a lot. I think, no, I believe RCA helped a lot. So I was able to pick up questions. There were a few questions exactly what we have done in the mocks, very similar. Maybe the values were changed, but yes. So I would say 10 or 15 questions I was very familiar with, but the rest of them were also very similar to what we had done throughout the practice.
Hmm.
So I would say it was very good experience while I was doing that. And one thing, sorry, I would go to the main thing, which I said that, as Amir Saab, as you said earlier in yesterday's call, because today I was in the exam, you said that in your last video also, that the first 60 questions we have to do it in 80, and then 75, 75. So I kept that in mind. And I remember that thing, that if we manage our time in the first 60 questions well, then we will not panic in the later ones. So for the first one, I was tempted to review, but I had flagged a few questions there. But then when I went to the review, I realized that I was starting getting stressed because the timer was on. So I just left the review. I submitted it without reviewing the answers, and I moved on to the next. So I saved a few 5 to 10 minutes for the next two sections. And there I reviewed a few questions more, with peace of mind because I had more control over myself. So for the first section, I just passed on. I kept taking my time. I completed it in, I think, 80, not totally 80, but 70 minutes. But I saved it for the next, section. So that was one thing which kept me cool through the next two sessions.
Hmm.
I knew that I was safe. So that helped me a lot. I took breaks as you had suggested. So that was also very good. And I ate chocolate, yes, as you said. So I had taken that. So it all helped. I just followed because you guys are the experts and I believe in that coaching when I'm going through that. And there was no drag and drop questions in my exam. And very few numericals, I would say four or five, but rest of the thing, I would say 80% was agile related to that. And yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thank you very much. So the final call that we had, I remember the last night, like we had actually call at this time yesterday. I came to office. The first call I had was you with, I was actually making coffee when I was talking to you. So exactly at this time. And Sadaf said to me, I'm getting panic, what to study, what not to study. So Sadaf, what did I say to you?
Just leave everything and
It,
just shut everything.
Yeah, it is done. Everything is
Yeah.
done. Okay, Sadaf, I really want to know now. This is a very important thing. So you joined the December batch, January batch is in progress, right? You could not sit in the live classes because of the challenge you had, right? You like 2 weeks you could not do on Fridays, multiple Fridays, and whenever we are having conversation, like I was just thinking in the morning, exact conversation that I was having with you, and this week I am having with Mariam and Hira, both of them. Exact conversation. If I even share with you, like their challenges they are having, and I'm sure they will also manage it and clear it. At what time you were studying, how many hours you were spending, and because this is an important thing, I know. Was it because if I put it consistently, it's 15 to 18 days that you studied in between, right?
Yes,
So how many,
yes,
because
yes.
it takes effort for 15, 16, 18 days.
Takes effort, yeah.
It has to be 6 hours a day minimum. So how much effort you were putting?
Minimum.
How much effort you were
Minimum,
putting?
I would say. Yeah, initially, no, I would say minimum 6 hours, but I was going up to 8 hours because I'll sit around 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Then I will, of course, I was keep getting distracted in between, but not as much. But at lunchtime, I'll take a break with the family to, give them lunch and all. And then I would pick up again around 3:30, and then I would go on till sometimes 6, sometimes 7. And if I take break in between, because I had to do a quiz and I would do the RCA same day. That was my target. So yes, my family was also stretched because of this, but I knew that I do it in one spell. It is better to do it, put
You,
8 hours a day for 2 weeks or 3 weeks rather than stretching it for a long time. So that was the thing I was telling my family that it will be over soon.
yes.
So yes, 6 to 8 hours, that was a must
That
to do it in.
because that's what I always say. 4 hours 1 month, 2 hours 2 months, 6 or 3 weeks, and again you proved that thing, right?
Yes, yes,
Because
that was the
if there
thing.
was any other student, and that's why yesterday I had discussion with Sudha, and before I had called you, I called both of your coach. I said, "Are you sure Sadaf is ready?" And they said, "Why do you think so?" And I told them, "She missed the classes." Because if a student missed the class, you missed first week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this was your thing, Amir, I am missing the class, I will do that. So you actually, you studied in the month of January. You only studied
Yeah.
when you moved from Saudi back to your home, and then you started doing into that. So if I put into that 15 to 17 days, so that's again proof one thing. If you are a good student, go into depth and get this thing done. Right, Sadaf?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
exactly.
okay, so the very important thing, how has been the follow-up with you that the Shamim was doing along? He was your dedicated coach alongside me
Yeah.
and how has been the follow-up throughout the journey?
It had been like, in fact, sometimes I was dreading that Shamim is going to, he's wake up and he will send me a message, right? So I was trying to send him message before me. I didn't tell him that. I'm telling him on this day. But I knew that he would be checking on me. And Sudha also used to keep check, send messages in between. It was very nice. But Shamim was there, yes, every day. And he was there when I needed to call him sometimes. So we had even WhatsApp calls also sometimes because I needed the answers to discuss urgently. And we had a Zoom call also. But as I said that you know, in one of the mock, I remember sending him so many messages about questions and their reasoning and why this answer is there. And I was like, oh my God, I've sent 12 or 15 messages. So would he reply to all? And he did. One by one, all were answered. I had to sit on my seat, check each message one by one that, yeah, this is the answer of that, this is the answer. So it was wonderful. Thank you very much, Shamim. Thank you so much.
Beautiful job, Shamim. Guys, if you have any question that you want to ask, feel free to ask. She cleared today. She cleared in 15 days with all above target. I want to point out, she don't just cleared people above target, process above target, business environment above target. And she was at exactly zero when we started, right? So beautifully journey. Sudha, anything that you want to add here as a lead coach for her?
Yeah. Yeah, Sadaf, actually, it would be, I liked her analogy of this nail paint thing, what she said for RCA. That's a beautiful analogy.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did not understand at all, right? But I'm sure you did.
I would give you an
That's
example of the wall paint, a
No,
primer,
that's
yeah,
okay.
and then a one
Then,
coat and
yeah.
another coat. So
I have
that
a
was,
lot of working.
Yes.
I have a lot of working moms, and even my 5-year-old daughter loves doing nails. Right? My smell sense is too much, so I go away from the room. So as long as you guys
Yeah.
understand, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's actually, Sadaf is very hardworking. We cannot discount that. Those who are persistent, consistent, and hardworking, it's easy to for us to work with them. And Sadaf has been
Yeah,
really cooperative and
I like
hardworking.
I
Yes,
like such students. They come, they do, and they get
yes,
it done.
and
So
and
you're,
uh,
yeah.
and all the credit to Shamim. I think Shamim should take up. Shamim, I think
I
you
guess
should be talking to.
Shamim is internet stuck.
Yeah,
Mariam,
yeah.
Bijita, Kashif, Inam, do you have any question that you would like to ask? She cleared PMP in the minimum possible time, and this has been an amazing journey. Like in 3 weeks, this like I always say that you can clear PMP 2, 3 weeks, 1 month, but you need to understand how much time you can give, right? So if you are a average student and this schedule works for you. If you're an intelligent student, you can do quickly. We will make sure you become certified PMP. Sadaf, now comes the most important thing I always say. Each one teach one. Your team members will be reaching out for sure. These moms, when they will watch your journeys, they will reach out. Azib reached you. I put your success journey today. I'm again gonna put that. So whoever reached you, do help them. Sadaf, make 10 question answers we use for PMP marathon. That's a one session. You never joined that because you do PMP so quickly.
Yeah.
We do one session in a month. That session is basically entire. We do 60 question answers, and those questions are made by you guys, right? So do make that questions, and thank you very much. It has been a small, beautiful, and awesome journey. Mariam, Vishta, Kashif, if anyone has any follow-up question, you are more than welcome to ask. Shamim, are you able to talk? I don't know. You are moving around. Okay. With that, Sadaf, I wish you best of luck. Just wanted to ask, how old are your kids? You see, moms always want to compare. Mom
Yes,
always
we
want
think
to
about
come.
kids. We think about kids first.
So, how old are your kids,
yeah.
Sadaf?
My youngest is 10-year-old,
Yeah.
and my elder ones are, they have a very big difference. My eldest son is 21-year-old, my daughter is 19. So the youngest one is the one who is uh, keeping me busy. He needs more attention. So that is the one thing. And I tell you, in fact, what was the issue? Because last year I had been in Saudi for a job, and my son was unable to get a visa due to some problems of, they were not giving visas. Some complication occurred. So he was not with me. And as my role ended and I came here and just I got into this PMP, he had got me also. So that was a big challenge for me, that he was then wanted all the attention, and it was very, turbulent kind of a period for me to attend him also and do this thing. Of course, it's for their future. I have to work for them. So this was my motivation. So Alhamdulillah, and thanks to you all guys, thanks to Amr Saab that I was able to do this.
Yeah, I also want to put it here. Every mom has a different journey. Anandi had a very like 1 or 2 year or 1 or 2 kid. How old are they when they are in 1 or 2 class? So that age, my wife, she went it. Mariam, if you want to put a context, my daughter was 4 year or 3 year old or 4 year old, and my son was 3 year old, and she has to manage both of them, right? When she did PMP, and then she did ACP, then PGMP, right? And I was not helpful because when I am training you one in that way, I get annoyed. So that's why I have Shubhi mentioned that to stay calm, right? So everyone has their own story, everyone has their own journey to look into that. Kashif, you have a question?
Yes, sir. I have a question to Sadaf.
Yes,
First of all, congratulations to Sadaf Fatma. I
thank
have
you.
my exam is on 13th of February, and I am asking, may I clear in this shortest time?
She cleared starting from zero
May I clear the exam in?
in these days. Inam, Kashif, she cleared. You are asking her who cleared in that days. I'll tell you her answer. So that what he's asking, he's saying my exam is in less than a month, and what do you think? Will I be able to clear the exam in that time? That's what his question is. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That would be my answer. Because as I said, that although I got enrolled in the program, but I started studying quite late. And then, if you want to do it, you can do it. You have to then plan accordingly. As I said, that I had few issues, but still I just invested my time in it. You have to invest time. If you want to do it, something like I think you have a little less than a month left if your exam is on 35, but it's very doable. You should put at least 6 to 8 hours. If you put 8 hours a day, you'll be very safely before the exam, you'll be safe to appear for the exam and pass it. That's my experience.
Okay, thank you.
Kashif, how many people have you seen clearing PMPs as long you are working with me? Every single, like if I put this, by the way, I forget to mention, I will mention it. You are the 50th PMP of 2026. 50.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So just I will put it
Good
again.
number.
It's a good number. Sudha, we are supposed to get to 300. I have given target to Sudha to get to 300 in minimum possible time because I have a dream to get 5,000 PMP in this year. It's a dream, not a goal. There's a difference. So Shamim and all are working towards that, and I'm sure we will do. And every single one is clearing this year. Shamim, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So first of all, I would like to congratulate. She did really, really very hard work. And whenever I was working, I get motivated by these kind of students, sir, actually. Because they motivate us. We are not motivating them. Because she was yeah, whenever she talks me, like I get motivated and I feel that I should do something to add the value, sir.
Yes.
And
Without a
I
doubt.
am very happy to work with her. She is like, she, whenever I told anything to her, she was ready for everything. And now, Alhamdulillah, she cleared with, and she always talked to me that let's do it, let's do it. She always has the alternate plan for everything, sir. And we did mostly for the RCA, we did smartly, very smartly. That's why she cleared in 16 days, sir.
Whatever works, whatever works.
Thank
So that
you.
he has the same journey as you. He came back to India from Saudi last month. Last month, Shamim?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, same thing as like you.
Yes.
He came
Okay.
from Saudi, left his job and came back to India. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Sadaf, do not stop here. Your next stop should be program management. right? You are now mentor first. Give your time to son. He got you after 1 year. I know. I like even at this age when I go home, I want my mom. Like now my son, who is a grandson, of course, she loves him most, and my son still like we live in US, and even while I was coming, I dropped it. My mom almost talked daily 10 minutes with him. Like he's the guy. But when I go, I get jealous, of course. So we are son. Like this happens. So of course he needs that. So give him that. And whenever you are ready, program management is the next target. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. See
Thank
you.
you.
See you in the next success
Thank you,
journey.
everyone.
And just wanted to